Well, ladies, so every day this chicken wants to come in here and lay, and is very gobby. You're a very gobby one, ain't you? Normally they only do this when they're broody, but this is just how she lays. It's every day. Alright, I'll leave you alone. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Younger. So today is the 29th of April. I can't believe it is the end of the month already. We're going to get in the Polytunnel and get it set up. I'm determined today to get it all set up already, so we can start planting stuff. We've got tomatoes to go in, loofahs and lots more things. So I've let all the chickens out. They're all having a little wander. And we had some good news that lockdown for the chickens is going to end on the 2nd of May. Was absolutely brilliant. Bird flu is still around. We still got to be cautious. They've still recommended some guidance. Just noticed there's an egg in here where the chicken was trying to peck it. I don't know if that's come out the compost bin, if it's an old one, but it looks like it's an old one. So it can just go back in the compost bin. But yeah, the netting can come off on the 2nd of May, what is absolutely brilliant. What, ladies? We've built the new chicken run. I say we built it, still some work to be done. Got the welded mesh on the outside. We just got to do that end and this end. Well, I don't think it's going to take too much. The hardest part of doing this was the door. It confused us a little bit, but we got it on in the end. We've got the welded mesh on. We are going to put the welded mesh on the front and the end, and then we're going to go around and do the trench. Hopefully by next week it'll be finished, but I can't wait, and we can move Duchess and Barbara in here, and then we can sort out bringing the other chicks from home because they're half feathered, so it's not going to be too long before they're fully feathered and they can come here. But we're going to get in the Polytunnel. I need to completely empty it, or I'd say completely empty it. We're going to keep the quad grows and that in here, but anything that's not quad grows, they're getting took out. And then we can set up the position where we want everything. And then we'll get some compost in these, fill them up and do all that. So I think first we need to clear the Polytunnel so we can get in there and have some room to move around. So I wish gardening was this easy. In just one click that is done. And just like that. It's nice and clean. I say clean. We just removed everything that did not need to be in here out. At least now we can work out where we want these pots. Try and decide if I want to keep the veg trug pot and bench in here. I think I have decided I am going to move it out just because it takes up quite a bit of room. I could at least get a few more of these in here. The original plan was to have this down the bottom anyway. It wasn't even to have it in the Polytunnel, but I may sell it up there. But that's much better with that outside. It gives us a lot more room to grow in, because that's the whole point of Polytunnel, to grow, not to have a pot and bench. So I think I have the layout I want decided. I had a little play around, moved it around again and again and again. So let's quickly talk about the systems, what ones we're growing in. So these are the quad grow root veg planters. We have 2 of them there. And then the next ones along, we have the quad grows. These are the standard ones. You grow tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers. I grow tomatoes in these. And at the end, we're going to grow some loofahs and trail them up here. That's the plan. I still need to sort that out properly, but we have 12 of them on this side, and then we have one more of the quad grows that I'm going to grow something in to climb. I need to sort out a climbing support here for that one. Then we have another one of the root veg, and the 2 of the root veg we've already set up, another root veg, and underneath we're going to do one of the large salad grow self-watering planters, and in there we're going to plant ginger and a few other bits that I have started. So I have recorded me starting the ginger. It's just one of those videos I haven't had the time to edit. Other videos are a bit more important. But I think I might save the footage till the end of the year and do like a seed to harvest video. I think that may be a bit more interesting. But you'll see it when I bring it here to plant. And we do still have 3 of these left. And these are going to be for tomatoes, and they're going to go into that greenhouse. But we're not going to set that up yet, because it's got all the seedlings in. So once the seedlings are out, and then that can get set up in there. So I may have made a little mess, but to clean up, I've got to make it even more of a mess. So these here are the feeds that come with the Greenhouse Sensation grow stuff. I personally don't use them just because they're not organic. I'm an organic grower. get organic compost, so using them just doesn't make sense. So now it's finally time to get them set up, what I'm so excited about. I've been meaning to do this for so long. It's just one of those jobs I keep putting off and putting off. But as soon as they're set up, sooner we can start planting. I'm in Plymouth in the southwest, and I've already had my last predicted frost, so I can start planting in here already. My tomatoes and all that are in the other greenhouse, so they're already here, so they may as well get planted. So let's start with these quad grows. So these are the mats that go into these pots. They come out of the bottom and into the reservoir at the bottom, and this is what keeps the pots watered and why they're self-watering planters. So they recommend you soaking them before you put them into the pots with compost. So we've done that. I actually left them soaking for a couple of days because I went to do this the other day, but something else happened. So when it comes to setting these up, it's very simple, very easy, and it's easier than weeding a bed and getting it ready. So what you do is you get one of the mats, and you see here you have a big hole, and with these quad grows, the ones you grow tomatoes and that in, they only have one hole, so you only do one mat, and you pull it through the hole just like this, and then this one here gets thread through there and sits on it. And that is how simple and easy it is to put the matting in. And next, all we got to do is fill it up with compost, but we're going to do that at the end. Let's get all of the mats put in first. So that is all the mats put in on these ones. So we're going to be using this wool compost for tomatoes from Dalefoot Compost in these, and I can't wait to try it because it says no need for feed, only water. So I'm hoping all we have to do for these is water them throughout the season. We haven't got to add any feed, because last year I struggled a little bit when it comes to feeding because I don't use their stuff because it's not organic. I didn't do too good in them. They did good, but they didn't do as good as they could. So hopefully, yes, fingers crossed. So I've just realised I made the similar error that I did last time. All the mats meant to be the other way around, with the pointy end facing up like that. I did it last year and I left them and they did fine. So I decided to correct them. It's just taking 2 seconds to do it. I may as well do them properly. So by having to do this again, I've just figured out an easier way. Is just leave the pot on the hole, poke it through, put your hand in the reservoir bit and pull it. That was so much easier. So there we go, that is that mistake all corrected. It only took 2 seconds. Now it's time to get this compost put into the planters. So before I like to fill it up, I like to make sure the mat is in the correct position I want it. When it comes to putting the compost in, it is very simple. Pull it around the bottom, make sure the mat stays up through the middle. And if you're wondering if this compost has a smell, I cannot smell nothing. It just smells like nice compost. And just keep doing it and firm it down around. And if you want it up a little bit more, you can still pull it. Just pull it up a little bit more. It's where you want it. There we go. Because when you firm it down, sometimes it pushes it down. So that's that one filled up. I'm not going to bore you with seeing me do every other one. And there we go, quad grows set up. The one thing I forgot to mention was previously you had to have these the other way around next to each other, just like I did last year. But Greenhouse Sensation have brought out these bungs, plugs, whatever you want to call them this year, and it allows you to have them separate. And that's perfect for me because now it allows us to have them that way around, getting more per space. Because before I just had one row. Now I've doubled up. Well, it's absolutely brilliant. So they do go on very simply. I completely forgot, so I've just had to do the others with it, the compost like that. And this part pushes in the hole, then the washer goes on, and then you put on the nut as well, just like that, and then you keep screwing it. So as you can see, it is very simple to go on. It'd be a lot easier if I did it first. And then you can unscrew this here if you want to empty it, just like that. And you can also use it to connect water butts to it, I believe. I think so. But it's awesome. I'm so happy about these because I thought at the end of the last year, I thought, oh, it'd be so good if I could actually separate these. And I was thinking of a way I could do it, like bunging them up. And then when I saw the post about that, I said, I've got to get some. I need to try them. So when it comes to the wool compost, we used nearly 5 bags altogether. We have a little bit left here, but 5 bags have done 12 of these pots, what is awesome. and I can't wait to grow in it and see what it's like. It seems like really good stuff. But we're going to trial it over the next season and see how it gets on. Hopefully we don't have to feed. Hopefully it lives up to what it says on the packaging. No feed, only water, peat free, high yield, healthy crops, bursting with natural flavour, organic growing for tomatoes. So yeah, fingers crossed. But I have no doubt that it's going to be a better year growing, especially when it comes to feeding. Now we're going to move on to quickly getting these set up. I'm going to go through it just as quick as I did with them. These have exactly the same sort of matting, and these take 2, so you put 1 in each hole, exactly the same way as we did them, but these take 2 matting because these are a lot bigger. Can't remember how big they're off the top of my head, but I'll put that on the screen. And if you're wondering how big they are as well, I'll put that up on the screen now as well. So with these, they're on 1 tray. This is where you top it up from that little hole. And we're going to do these exactly the same way. Make sure you do the pointy end upwards, through the hole, and then pull it up. And then we will just feed it through. So that is all the mats put in, those ones, that one, and that one as well. The only one we need to put mats in now is this one down here, and this is the salad grow. This is the large one. We have it up here. We have some radishes growing in it currently, and we're going to grow ginger and stuff in this one. I grew sweet potatoes down here last year, and I knew it got plenty of sunlight, so yeah, I know this is going to be fine. And these here take 8 mats. They're a lot smaller, and they just go through the hole and down into the bottom. I need to put these in the water butt to soak, so I'll do that. And in the meantime, we'll get some compost to fill these up. Just deadheaded my daffodils because they're coming to an end, and yeah, they look horrible like that. We left the leaf. I just went right down to the bottom of the stem with my fruit and veg snips from Harrod Horticulture, and this will allow the green foliage to continue to grow and put the nutrients and the energy back into the bulbs for next year's flowers. You don't want to cut the leaves off because it won't take that energy back in and the flowers won't be as good next year. So we're going to be using the wool compost for vegetables and salads in these. I'm going to use it in all of them and in these 2 quad grows as well. So I'm going to do a comparison doing just the salad and veg and the tomato one. See what one does better, see if any difference between them. Just yeah, I'm curious. But we've got a lot of bags, another lot of bags there. So when it comes to doing these ones, we do them exactly the same as the other quad grows. And there we go. Now we're going to repeat the same to the rest of them. So that's the first 8 set up. What is brilliant, I don't even know how much compost I just used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 bags to do 8 pots. Now we have the other 2 pots to do. So that is those filled up. What is brilliant. So we have one last job to do before the polytunnel is all ready to grow, and that is to fill up this salad planter. And this is the salad grow, it's the large one. Last year we grew our sweet potatoes down here and they did really well. Even with this on top, there's still enough light getting to it. These here work exactly the same as all the others. It brings water up from the reservoir at the bottom, and then you have a big tray that sits on top, and this will drop the moisture from the bottom reservoir and keep the compost nice and moist. Just like this one, we have some radish growing in this one at the moment. Can't remember what this is, and then we have some marigolds there as well. But these radish look absolutely beautiful, and that is the same compost as what we're going to use down here. So yeah, let's get this filled up. And there we go, that is that one all filled up. So I need to go and wash my hands because they're very dirty after doing that. It's so good to have it all finished, all ready to grow in. We've got lots of space this year that we didn't have last year, and I hope this is going to be a productive year. Fingers crossed. If you're curious how many bags of compost I did use to do this today, I think it was 19 in total. And we filled quite a lot up. They only took 6, if I remember right. Maybe 5. It was these ones here, they hold quite a lot more. They're a lot bigger, but it's because they're for root veg. Need to sort out a growing support to go up there. And just down here, we have the mulch caps. So these go onto here. I recommend getting these because it has the support hole that supports the cane and it keeps it there a lot better, and that will help retain moisture a lot better than if it was just open. But I can't wait to try out this compost, properly test it in here, see what it's like. Calendar is looking absolutely beautiful up there. Had to pull it up, I couldn't help myself. But I do hope we're picking lots of our own fruit this year. Well, no, I hope. We will be. I'm more than sure of that. So now this is all nice and clean. I'm not making it messy again. No way. So I need to find homes for all of this before it goes dark. Chickens have gone away. I've just went in quickly and give Lady Grey a haircut because she couldn't see and she was the only one out, and I noticed. I thought, oh, quickly run in there and do it. But she's so cute. She's so small. But she's struggling to see when she eats. I thought, right, let's do something about that. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to quickly get all this cleaned up and then we'll catch up after and finish up for the day. It's starting to get dark on me, so I think we should end up for the day. So I'm so happy that it's all done. All we need to do now is get planting here. We have lots of tomatoes, we have loofahs, melons. We're going to sow more carrots. I'm going to plant coloured potatoes. I've planted some garlic just there. So much more. Ginger. Yeah, the list goes on and on. But we will talk about that a different day. One thing I did forget, I did not actually fill up all the reservoirs. But that can be done tomorrow. It's going to do no harm. The ones with stuff planting in, they've got water in already. And the compost is still moist. So it'll be fine till tomorrow. I'd like to say a big welcome and a big thank you to all the new subscribers. I can't believe it. The numbers keep going up and up. We're nearly at 1,500 now. What is amazing. So if you have not yet subscribed, click the subscribe button, give the video a like and leave a comment. It'll be great to hear from you. We have lots of cool videos coming soon. I've got quite a few videos edited. There's going to be lots more content coming like this over the year. Yeah, I'm going to do all I can to make as much content and hopefully inspire you and just show you how I grow, what I grow. I'll close up my new veg truck for the night. So on that note, I think it's time to go. Thank you all for watching and we'll see each other soon.